Good evening, friends. Welcome to question answer session. So, in this session, we will take some of the questions from our Telegram channel and WhatsApp group. So, first question is from Nilesh Kumar about Reliance Industry. That how did I know that in Reliance there was an accumulation going on 7th May? So, how to find that any big player has accumulated the stock? Actually, it would be difficult to find accumulation without any news in the stock. On 7th May, there was a news about Reliance acquiring Netmates Lab. So there was already a news on 7th May that Reliance may invest or acquire Netmates Lab. And on this news got public on 7th May, and during the whole day, so now this is the 5-minute chart, intraday chart. So on 7th May, if you see here and if we draw a resistance line here, on 7th May from 1 p.m. accumulation of the stock has started. See here, the timing is 1 p.m. up to 3 p.m. There was a good accumulation, and see the volume was very low, still the stock was going up. So when your volume is very low and still the stock is going up, it means accumulation is going on. So based on this accumulation, see these two bars, the huge buying has happened here around 3 p.m. and that's why I bought this stock at 1503 rupees on 7th May itself. So whenever there is a news, then you have to keep watch on the price action of the stock. So up to from here to here, there is an accumulation in Reliance. And the next day, I was expecting gap up, and that's same thing happened. The next day, there was a gap up. So whenever there is a news, you will have to track that stock and track it around 2:30 to 3:30 p.m. And if you see, if you want to confirm the news, then there has to be a buying during the last hour or last 30 odd minutes in that stock. Then only we can say that the news is confirmed. So this way we can find the accumulation on intraday chart. The last hour is very important where the accumulation takes place. So I hope I have answered his question. Then Parmeswaram ji, his second question was regarding how to do volume analysis. So volume analysis is very big concept or big chapter because there are different ways to analyze volume. But we will see the volume analysis on breakout. So on breakout of any stock, like any pattern is there, top with handle breakout or inverse head and shoulder breakout, triangle breakout, volume has to increase. So average volume increase has to be there on a breakout day. Then we can say that it's a good breakout. So we can see the recent stock like JB Chemicals example. And if you see its daily chart, 1 year daily chart, then we can observe that here is the breakout. And mark horizontal line here. Here is the inverse head and shoulder breakout. So breakout, and after breakout there has to be a good volume, and if you can see here there is a good increase in volume, and if you put here the last highest volume horizontal line, then you can say that this volume is in December 19. So December 19th high was broken on the breakout. So then you can confirm that this breakout is a good breakout and this stock will rally. So this way on breakout you can consider the volume. Here also if you put horizontal line, so we got the breakout at this candle and see the volume at that candle. So here also the breakout was good using the volume. So that's why stock rallied nicely very small, without any pullback. Very small pullback was there. So this happens when the breakout is good based on the volume. So volume you have to check on breakout candle. And there was a third question from Rohit ji from Pune regarding which tools to use. So here in technical analysis, so I would suggest the best tools or indicators are RSI and ADX, RSI, ADX and moving averages. So I have used many indicators, but I have found these are the most important indicators you can use. You can learn more about RSI advanced, ADX advanced, and applications of moving averages, and you can apply it. Like for example, if I will show you how I use RSI divergence for taking any trade. Like here, if I put here trend line, but what is happening now? The price is increasing at every level. This is high, this is higher high, and this is highest high. But what is happening in RSI? RSI is making highest high first, then lower high, and then lowest high. So this is actually triple divergence in RSI. So this is advanced RSI now, and the candle is bearish engulfing. So you should have shorted when the previous support is broken. So here shorting opportunity was using RSI. Same way we are using advanced RSI, and which is giving good return even on if you apply in intraday trading also 30-minute or hourly or 15-minute chart. And ADX also is giving very powerful quick entry in intraday trading as well as on daily chart or weekly chart. If you find ADX and moving averages, we have our own strategy to use moving averages, or we are using it for swing trading as well as to find super performer stocks. So in swing trading, moving averages are playing very important role. And the second thing which is to find super performer stocks using moving averages. These are the strategies we have developed and we are using it. Super performer means within 6 months or within 3 months it will give more than 100% return. And we have given in our channel also in the year 2018 so many stocks using this strategy, like IOL Chemical from 82 it has jumped a lot, Nelco, then AstraZeneca, and many are there. So using this strategy only we are used. So instead of going for many indicators or many tools to read the charts, so these are the three indicators you should use. You should learn more about it, and you can deploy this strategy in your trading or investing. So these are the which I also recommend in our workshop or webinar that you should use these three as a top priority. These three indicators. Then the next question is from Jignesh ji. Jignesh's question is he is buying the stock in stage 2. Okay. stage 2, and he is buying whenever 50-day moving average or 50 weekly moving average is crossing. 50 DMA is crossing 200 DMA. Okay. But his question is that whenever he buys by this method and he puts a stop loss of 10%, but most of the time his stop loss gets hit. So first thing I would like to tell you is that fixation of stop loss at 10% is the wrong method. Okay. You cannot fix for every stock stop loss as a 10%. Stop loss will depend on support and resistances below your buying. So always put the stop loss at support level, a good support level below your buying price. So it has to be a good support level. So what he is doing is there are different stages of stock life. This will be a stage 1 where accumulation happens. So stage 1, and whenever this stage 1 is broken, then comes a stage 2. Then small pullback is there in stage 3, like that. So different stages are there. So he is buying here at the stage 2, which is a good idea that whenever 50-day moving average is crossing 200-day moving averages. Now let's understand how to put the stop loss and how to come out of this problem. So let's see about India, and daily chart we are considering. Now if you see about India 2 years daily chart, now this is the stage 1. This whole is a stage 1 and you are buying here. So your stop loss has to be at the support. So either your stop loss will be low of this area, or low of this area. Now there is no stop loss hitting in this stock. Okay, another thing is that you should also study that stock fundamentally. It has to be fundamentally good. Then there is a less chance of hitting the stop loss even if you keep for 10%, or better you support the at buying below that buying a good support area. And your method would be more effective if you buy using weekly strategy. Like for example, if you see Hindustan Unilever daily chart, then there is a zigzag motion, so likely chance of hitting the stop loss. But if you buy using the weekly chart of Hindustan Unilever, then this is the stage 1 and you are buying here. Now you put your stop loss somewhere here. No stop loss hit till today. So better to go for weekly chart and then buy. And another thing is that you should know the fundamental analysis. The company has to be fundamentally good. And if the company is fundamentally good, if you buy on daily chart also, your stop loss will not get hit. Because I have seen based on technicals, if you buy, then there is a chance of many failures. So you have to combine both technical as well as fundamental analysis. So when you combine, that's why from since last 2-3 years we are using both technical as well as fundamental analysis and we are getting good returns. So this we are using for long-term investment only. For short-term investment, we don't touch fundamental. So for long-term investment only, we are using technical and fundamental analysis. We also teach this strategy in our workshop and webinar, how to combine both. And we are getting good result out of it. So hope your question is answered. Then another question from Srikantji from Chennai. that he is asking for Polycab, Relaxo and IGL. So for Polycab, if you observe technical only, we will see here. So if you see daily chart, now Polycab, if you have bought at high level, then there is a problem, because now see, the most of the stocks are trying to recover, but Polycab is not trying to recover. Here it tried to recover, but again selling came. Now what you have to do is, you can keep this low as the stop loss. This low should not be broken. 570 should not be broken in future, and it should cross this 200-day moving average. When it crosses 200-day moving averages, we can see a good rally here. And another thing what you have to do is check it fundamentally. If it is not fundamentally good, and if you have bought it recently, then you can sell it if it is not fundamentally good. And if you have bought it somewhere here, then on rise you can sell. Okay, because for long term, you cannot keep such stocks which are not fundamentally good. Technically also it is not rising as of now, but let's see, if it crosses 200-day moving average, then we can expect such rally also. Take it fundamentally as well. Now next is Relaxo footwear. What to do in this? Relaxo footwear, if you see the 2-year chart daily, see it is holding this 200-day moving average here, and it is well above 200-day moving average. So there is nothing to worry. You can keep your own stop loss and you can hold these stocks. You hold this stock with proper stop loss. No problem with this stock. Then Indraprasth Gas Limited, IGL. IGL also has recovered very fastly from after the fall after COVID-19, and it may give new breakout soon. So there is no worry here also. You can keep the stop loss, check it fundamentally, check all your stocks fundamentally, Polycab, Relaxo, IGL. When fundamentally good and technically it is good, then you can hold it for long term. Then there was a question from Prasad Rao about Balaji Amine and Tata Steel. So Balaji Amine, I think chemical companies are doing great, but here, although it is above 200-day moving average, it is facing good resistance around the same 450 level. So you have bought it at 448. Okay, so here you have bought, which is a rejection candle, and that's why it is going down now. Now you should have some stop loss if you have bought it for short term. You can keep the stop loss as per your risk, and if your stop loss get hits, then you can exit. If it reverses from this odd level, 380 level, and if it crosses 450, then you can hold it. Then Tata Steel, the problem with the company is that the metal sector is not performing well. And see here, if you draw a trend line like this, it is not able to cross the 200-day moving average. But your buying is at very low price. So what you can do is that you can keep the stop loss of 251 and you can hold this stock, and whenever it comes near 200-day moving average, and if it is not able to cross this level, you can sell at that level. So for Tata Steel, I would advise 251 as your stop loss. The metal sector is not performing well, and if you have bought it for long term, we don't buy any stock for long term which is trading below 200-day moving average. That is our rule, and it is presently below 200 EMA. And whenever stock goes above 200 DMA, we check fundamentally also. So check the fundamentals if you want to keep it for long term, because for this stock there will be many resistances in future. Like if I mark here, this would be the first resistance. Then if I draw a trend line, second resistance, third resistance, and fourth. So many resistances it has to cross to move up. So hope this all will help you. Thank you for asking the question, and we will come up with more such sessions in future. Thank you.